Hey, just checking in to see how things are going. I think things are going fabulous on this end of the emails I've been getting, the dialogue that a couple of us had. It's been really great. So keep that up. If you have any questions at all, please email me. My email right now at MCC is down. You wouldn't think a college would be down, but it is, and it's on our third day, so I'm a little bit stressing. So if somebody has been trying to get a hold of me, I'm truly sorry if I have not been able to get back to you. Smoke signals, like Morse code, something like that's going to work a little bit better than my email this time, and I apologize for that. So if you have been trying to get a hold of me, please get through D2L. That's probably your next best chance. Okay, so let's talk about what's coming up. So I'm going to make my screen smaller here and show you. So your announcement today is going to be student-led seminar. This is the assignment that's going to be due at the end of the semester, and I'm giving you plenty of time to start working on that if that's something you're choosing to do now. I would kind of like us to get into either groups, so we get to know each other pretty well before we start in on this project, but I understand group work is hard. I get it, and especially if it's online. So we did have these groups last semester, and honestly, it was a bit of a train wreck. So because we had people in different places, some were in different time zones, we're using different types of modalities. One was using YouTube, one was using PowerPoint, one was using Google Slides. It was just not working out for us at all. So this semester, I'm giving you an option. If you choose to do this project by yourself, your decision, totally fine. It's not going to help or hurt you either way. If you choose to do it with a partner, you can have up to 4 people in your group. So there are 20 of us in this class, and then there's 5 topics. So if we all fell into the perfect little cookie cutter things, we would have 4 people per topic. But you know, it doesn't always work that way. So just let me know what you want. So the 5 topics that you can choose from in a group or individual are as follows. You can do stereotype threat in education. You can do what do we really need to assess? Do we really need to assess students? Does the use of technology equal better learning outcomes? Praise and the impact on student motivation and views of intelligence, or goal orientation and growth mindset. Any of those are perfectly acceptable. Those are what you're going to become the expert on. So the idea is that throughout this next couple months, you're going to be reading articles, you're going to be thinking about this topic. So at the end, you're going to be presenting us with a video or a PowerPoint or some kind of presentation, whatever you're comfortable with, being the expert on this topic. So if you were going to pick goal orientation and growth mindset, you would have from now until the end of the semester to kind of get yourself armed with information and maybe start working on some slides, maybe start talking to some people, see if they're interested in doing the same thing. If you know people in this class from campus, perfect. You guys can just get together and work on this together. So you have some time, but I don't want it to be one of those last minute like rush projects. So my announcement says there are 20 students in the class. Each topic will have no more than 4 students to a group. That means we can have more students in that topic if some students are doing it individual or there's another group, but I only want maybe 4 to a group. Like I said, ideally in the perfect package, we have 5 groups, 20 students, it would all work out. So once those slots are filled, you must select from the remaining options. Anyone who is not signed up by Sunday will be assigned. So that means I'm giving you 1 week to decide where you want to go, how you want to do this, and if you have not picked a topic by then and told me if you were going to be doing it individually, then I will just put you in a group and then you can kind of work together with that group. If you absolutely do not like the group I put you in, just email me, we'll figure something out. But I think it's fair to your group to get started on this. So there is a Google Drive sign-up sheet here, so if you click on this, it should be shareable. You put it in there, you put your name in there. If you want to be by yourself, just put individual right behind it. So, you know, it'd be Annie Anderson individual or INDV. And then I would know that you want to be by yourself on this group project. If you choose not to be just going to work with whoever shows up in that same group, just put your name on there and then you'll have plenty of time to get a hold of that person throughout the semester. Okay, so I have it set up in the Google Drive that anyone can open that link, can edit it. So all you have to do is like go in there, put your name in there. If you want it by yourself, put individual behind it. If you're just going to be with the group that shows up, just put your name on there and I'll put you with the rest of the students that have put their name on there. So by next week, we should be able to have a pretty good idea who's going to be on what group and who's going to be doing it individually. Can you change your mind throughout the semester? Yes, you absolutely can. But if you don't change your mind, it might be easier to kind of get things started and you can work on that project. So it's not going to be finals week and you are hitting panic button and trying to throw something together. We all know how that works. Okay, shifting gears here a little bit. This is the rubric I'll be looking at when we're grading that final presentation. So just to kind of look through this at a glance, you're going to have to be doing some active reading on the articles that we assigned, which are in the announcement. So you can go do that. You are also going to have additional articles relevant to that topic. So you and your group are going to pick out 2 additional articles. Not each one of you additional, just as a group, 2 more additional articles. So that means that you will be looking at 3 articles for your presentation. So the article that I assigned and the 2 articles that you have found that have been appropriate to go along with this. Okay? So you're going to have 3 total articles. That's it. The summary of the talking points should begin with like a narrative, a summary of each article. We want to know the ins and the outs of that article, the results, the conclusions of the paper that you are reading, and then we want you to become the expert on this topic. And so you're going to give us a presentation that should include the main topic of the article, the summary of each study. When summarizing a study, you'll find it. You'll need to present the research question, hypothesis, overview of methods, those type of things. I'm reading this information like right down here. So the PowerPoint presentation should incorporate a summary, a final conclusion, take-home message on the topic. But let's do this a little bit entertaining, because first of all, your peers are going to be watching this. I'm going to be watching this. And you might as well make this entertaining, because if you were the teacher and you were teaching this topic, whatever topic you chose, to your students, what would you have them be doing? How would you explain this to them? You're the teacher in this situation. How are you going to make it interesting enough and that we want to watch your video or your presentation? So think about that. So I want you to be able to become the experts, like I said, and teach the rest of the class. This will be linked in the announcement as well, and you're welcome to get started on it at any time. So the assignment that we have coming up in a couple weeks, I'll be making a separate video on next week for the announcement, so you'll be able to see what that's going to be looking like as well. So in 2 weeks' time, on February 20th to the 27th, this is where the quiz and the paper will be due. So your paper is going to be about a student interview, and I'll be giving you some more of that information next time we have the video. But if you want to read up on it, I will put it in. You can go ahead and click on this and then find out a little bit more about it. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. If not, then I will probably see you next week when I start the next week's video. Okay, bye.